The Mountain BOCES hosts a one-year induction program for teachers and special services professionals. All resources and coursework are online at enetcolorado.org. Recognizing that teachers and special services professionals requiring induction have diverse needs for support, the Mountain BOCES induction program relies on the building principal and mentor-inductee relationship for the development of a meaningful, personalized program based on the individual candidate needs. Mentors must be Mountain BOCES certified, concurrently enrolled in mentor training, or submit evidence of other mentor certification. All mentors will be guided throughout the induction year and submit quarterly calendars and monthly reports indicating which quality standards were discussed, providing actionable feedback to inductees. Once you log into enetcolorado.org, you'll select Teachers and Specialized Services Professionals Induction. This site is developed for use by inductees and their mentors. The first thing that you'll see on the page is a number of folders containing a variety of documents to be used throughout the year. The Professional Growth Plans folder contains documents that you may or may not use depending on whether or not your building or district provides a document for that use. The rubrics for Colorado Educator Evaluation are in the next folder, and they are to be used at the start of the year to determine your professional growth plan. Once you do your self-evaluation, which does not have to be shared and will not be submitted here online, you'll use that to determine your next steps for growth. The next folder you'll see is portfolios, and I've created electronic portfolios for teachers and specialized services professionals. You can see that they'll be available in Google and in Excel. Once you open that document, go ahead and save a copy of it for yourself to your computer. Do not work on this template because it will not save your work. So go ahead and save to your computer and use it throughout the year. On the left side of this spreadsheet, you'll see the quality standards for teachers. The other is for specialized services providers. And at the start of your induction program, you'll use this for self-evaluation. I've given a definition of each of the levels of effectiveness, one being awareness, the next being emerging, developing, and then mastering. So go ahead in each of those boxes next to the particular element for each of the 4 quality standards and just make a mark where you think you might be. Some people choose to do a color fill in a box, and other people decide that they're just going to put an X, whatever you're comfortable with. This is for your use. Throughout the year, you'll be indicating what resources you're using to increase your effectiveness in the standards and elements. And so in those center boxes, you'll list your resources. I have created an example of this tool that is provided online for you to reference. In the box here, I have listed a few different ideas for resources. They may be the online resources from this site, the CD website, mentor meetings, professional organizations, and so on. So you'll list those resources as an indication of how you are increasing your effectiveness in the quality standards and elements throughout the year. At the end of your induction year, you'll go ahead and use this last column to do your end of program year assessment and indicate the growth that you've achieved throughout the year. The other option is to access this in Google. And again, you'll need to make a copy for yourself to be certain that all of your work is saved. The next folder you'll see is a learning plan, and that's a different format for use should you choose to not do the electronic portfolio. And each of the learning plans are in this folder. You'll select the learning plan that suits you. And these are specific now to the various specialized services professionals as well as the teacher learning plan. And the learning plan provides the opportunity to document resources or activities to enhance effectiveness, just as the spreadsheet does. So you'll do a similar activity, and this will be signed at the end by your mentor and your evaluator. There are a few different responsibilities and roles for your principal, and those activities are in this folder. I'm going to share those at the August tab with you. Teacher observation documents and SSP observation documents are available. Again, those are for your use should you choose to use them. Your building or district may have a different document, and that's okay. The National Association of State Directors of Teacher Education and Certification have developed a model code of ethics for educators, which we highly recommend you review with your mentor at the start of your induction program. I will provide a link to this activity, this orientation, once I finish it, and leave it on the website for you to review. The mentor resources for fall and spring are provided in the same module so that your mentor may be aware of what you're working on throughout the year. These activities are accessed by the mentor and submitted by the mentor. I suggest reading each of these documents to get started, and much of it is a guide in developing your calendars and reports, both required by the mentor throughout the year. The PDF documents are guidance provided in developing those documents. For instance, the calendar guidance for August and September is here, and these again are a resource for mentors to help in determining your meetings with your mentee or inductee. The first assignment for the mentor is to access and submit an August to September calendar. And each of these documents will be provided in both Word and Google. I will provide another tutorial, which is about 5 minutes long, in how to access and submit from a Google Drive to this learning management system. An example of the calendar and plans submitted by the mentor is here for August and September. And I do reference Paula Rutherford's 21st Century Mentors Handbook, though I do provide the PDFs as well, so the book isn't really necessary, but if you have it, it's a great tool. Have a look at personal, professional, curriculum and instruction, and organizational systems, each of those subheadings, to determine with the person you're mentoring what the plan needs to be for August and September, knowing that it's very different for a brand new first-year teacher than it would be for a veteran teacher who is new to the building. So that's the calendar and plans, and then an example of the mentor report. and mentor reports are submitted September through April. Throughout the year, the mentor report will ask you to indicate which quality standards and elements or other topics are being addressed during this meeting. I've provided some examples that are relevant to the different times of the school year. As you can see here for September, these are some things that you may consider discussing in your meetings. Not required that you check each box, just trying to provide some guidance. So that's the mentor responsibilities and requirements throughout the year. Essentially 4 calendars with plans and then a monthly report September through April. The inductee then starts in August by completing a self-assessment, meeting with your principal or evaluator. One of the roles of the principal is to determine whether or not your mentor is qualified and to help you select or to assign a mentor to your induction year. There's a checklist for the principal. And again, this is guidance. It's not submitted. It should be something that you ask your principal or your evaluator to have a look at to make sure that your needs are being met. And then new teacher assessment and new to building checklists. And those are for first year and new to building candidates. Again, they're for guidance. They're not necessarily to be submitted. So that's how we get started in August. You'll do your self-assessment to help you determine your growth plan. Use the one in the folder if you don't have one available in your building, and then you need to select and download either the learning plan or the electronic portfolio that's related to the license that you intend to move from initial to professional. Access the online resources, review the principal evaluated checklist, review the needs assessment, and then first year and new to building teacher candidates, you need to meet with your mentor to review that new to building checklist, and we recommend that you focus on teacher quality standard 2 to start the year. Next, you'll see in August and September, all inductees, frequent meetings with your mentor, complete the self-assessment, develop your growth plan. And again, this is if you haven't gotten this done in August, get it done in September. And then you'll need to submit the challenges and concerns assignment, climate and culture forum discussion, and submit a copy of your observation and feedback with a reflection. There are 2 different types of assignments in this online module. One is indicated by this little stylized hand holding a paper, and that is indication that a document will be accessed and submitted online. Again, all documents are provided in both Word and Google. The first assignment then is to have you address as an inductee what challenges and concerns are you experiencing as a first year or new to building teacher, and reflect on those challenges and concerns that may be related to these various aspects of the job. Once you access this document, save it to your computer, and once it's completed, you'll go back to the same place to submit it. Again, I'll provide another tutorial on how to access and submit a hyperlink from your Google Drive to this learning management system. Those documents that are accessed and submitted online are not public. They go only to me in the learning management system. The other type of activity is a forum for discussion, and that's indicated by this blue and green icon. And I wanted to make a point that the other was not public because the forum discussions are public, and they're intended to have you exchange ideas, activities, knowledge with others in induction online this year. And so the questions are posed, and you, as one of the first people to access the forum, need to add a new discussion topic. And so you'll read the question, select add a new discussion topic, indicate the subject, and then your message, and you'll submit that. And those, again, are read by everyone. And the idea is to provide the opportunity to discuss the topics with others in the program. And that is essentially it. You'll see throughout the year the different tabs, which I will make visible as they come up. I'll keep everything else closed so that it's not so overwhelming. I will make reference to the various quality standard tabs each time I send a group email and open a new tab, and ask you to access perhaps the standards that are related to Quality Standard 1, the resources that are related to Quality Standard 1, in effort to provide resources for the topic of discussion each month throughout the induction year. There's a separate tab for early childhood resources because many of the quality standards for teachers don't apply directly to early childhood resources. Those of you who are specialized service professionals, if you have links to various open resources and provide them to me, I'm happy to put them online as well. If you have any questions, after looking at this, go up to the very top forum where it says contact information and contact the facilitator of induction for the Mountain BOCES to help with guidance. I hope that helps, and I hope you enjoy your induction year.